Alright, guys, so I was laying outside today in the sun, trying to tan this white body. Yep. Sorry, getting a text. Okay, so for some reason, I have no idea, but like Hugh Hefner popped into my head, right? And I was like, God, tell me where Hugh Hefner is. And God wouldn't tell me. It was just like blank. I was like, God, please tell me where Hugh Hefner is right now. Is he in heaven? And God said I wasn't ready for the answer. And I was so confused. I was like, God, please elaborate on this answer. And so God told me, he said, Hugh Hefner, he hasn't moved on yet. He hasn't passed on yet. He still haunts his mansion. He doesn't want to let go of his palace. He's hiding in his mansion, and he's not making it like where he's there. He's kind of hiding in the darkness, not letting his presence like be known. But like the new owners, the new renovators and all that, he's trying to influence them to keep it how he wants it, like how he had it. He still wants his bedroom and his nook and whatever, wherever he hung out the most. You know, that like mail room with all the magazines and shit. Like he wants everything to remain how he had it, and he wants to live there forever because he lived there so long. And and God is saying, like, just pray for him, so he'll let go and he'll move on. And and I don't know where he'll go after he leaves the mansion. I can't say if he's gonna wherever he's gonna end up, after he actually leaves. But I will say that you can't be a ghost forever. I mean, that's not like a way to rest, because he's always gonna like be trying to influence people, like, don't mess this up, don't change this. But like, it's not his home anymore, it's not his residence anymore. His soul belongs, in the afterlife. But he's afraid to move on. Like, he's telling God, no, I'm not walking into that light, I'm not leaving in this door. Like, he's hiding. Like, I mean, the mansion's a big mansion. There's a lot of places for him to hide. And he won't let go. And and we need to pray. We need to pray. But I want to say that one thing that might upset people is that Dennis Hoff, the Bunny Ranch owner, he has moved on, and God says he's not in heaven because of the lifestyle that he was living. Sorry, there's somebody's gonna ring the doorbell. There's like a bunch of packages. I'll be right back. All right, so, man, see, if I lived at the Playboy mansion, like, people would get my own packages. They'd be like, "Sir, here's your packages. You don't even have to come to the door." But like, Hugh Hefner, he lived there so long, and he was provided so much service. And I think he feels like if he goes anywhere else, he won't have that same comfort, that same, familiarity. Like, he won't remember, like, not remember, but he won't have like servants and people praising him and, like, thinking he's God. But like, and that's the reason God is like, you have to move on, because your life is ended now. And everything like that ends in life has to go on somewhere else. And as long as he stays trapped in that mansion, and doesn't move on, he's always gonna be like full of like fear and anxiety, because he has no control. He has no zero control over that mansion, right? So he's just like, every second of every day, he's just trying to influence people. He's trying to tell them how to keep it and how to maintain it and how to run it. But like you can't run the magazine when you're gone. And he still wants influence. He still wants strong influence in that whole empire. But I want to say that the whole empire is gone now. It's been bought out. It's been sold. It's not a Playboy empire anymore. It's all new management. It's all run differently than it was. His children can't even run it how he wants it to be run. And it's sad that Hugh Hefner hasn't moved on yet. But I think if we pray and people go in there and they bless the mansion, that he will move on. But he doesn't want people to know that he's there, because then they will do seances. They will do a full cleansing of the house, and then he'll have to go. His soul will be forced to leave, and he doesn't want that. So he is hiding, and we need to pray. We need to pray. And when it is getting back to Dennis Hoff, he was living not a good life. Like, you can't have multiple women, and you can't fornicate, and you can't pimp out God's children. You can't be somebody who runs a brothel. God doesn't like that. God does not like people selling their bodies for sex, and he doesn't like anybody profiting off his children, and using them for profit. And Dennis Hoff was somebody who appeared to be a nice guy, but he wasn't doing nice things. He was sleeping with multiple women, which God does not want you to do. He does not want you to fornicate with multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, multiple, anything. He wants you to be committed and in a committed relationship, not in an unfaithful relationship, because God is faithful and he wants you to be faithful. And Dennis Hoff was not a faithful guy. He could never be a faithful guy running a brothel. And it's sad that he's not in heaven. It's sad that he's in a worse place. Even though you would assume that he died a peaceful death, but nothing in death is peaceful. It's never peaceful. I should say death is not a peaceful thing. It's a sad thing. Death is sad. When people die, it's sad. It's not peaceful. It's not like, oh, I'm so happy you died. It's like, no, I'm sad you died. We're sad people die. We're not happy people die. If you're happy somebody died, then you have something wrong with you. You have an issue in your head that you need to let go of, because you're judging somebody and you're condemning somebody and you're hurting somebody. So let that go, and pray for Dennis Hoff and pray for Hugh Hefner so he leaves his mansion and goes somewhere else. Thank you, guys.